LMB. And so we've scrolled it back into the year 2000 again. And as we're looking at this chart, we can see, let's look at an example of distribution here. Okay, so we're looking at this chart and it has a nice run up, but as you can see, as price is going up, the on-balance volume line isn't really following that increasing price. This is kind of what distribution looks like. Now, even though this stock price is going up, I believe this stock is actually under distribution. Now, let's take a look at what happens once we get into this area right here, this area of price consolidation. Take a look at the on-balance volume. While the stock is moving sideways after having run up for a few months, the on-balance volume is falling rapidly. I mean, it looks completely different than the chart. So if you're looking for a trade when you want to put a short on, this would be a good stock to look at because on-balance volume is weak. This last rising trend, the on-balance volume was also weak. And so you would have an order to sell it, you know, somewhere on a break below this area here. And so let's just watch and see what happens. And here's your breakthrough. Here's a frown. Low volume through the frown, volume on the breakout, low on balance volume. See, you trade shorts exactly the opposite that we trade long. And we're watching the stock and it drops again. And now we have rapid price movement to the upside. If you were following the trailing stop rules, you probably would have been stopped out right here. And now maybe you're not doing anything with this stock. As the stock's moving, you can see though that on-balance volume is rising. Here's a smile, low volume. Now the stock made a new low after it made this smile, so that's a failed auction. Huge volume here on this low. That happens a lot. A lot of times when a stock stops going down, it will stop going down on a huge volume spike. Now, on balance volume line at this stage is more or less parallel. And now it's slowly starting to climb again. If you come down and look at the on balance volume line, all through this period from here to here, it's gradually getting higher and higher and higher, and that's an indication that this stock is under accumulation. If you'd have bought this breakout here, you could have caught this run up, and you see on balance volume line is going right along with it. And then in this area it starts to fall, and that's an indication that the stock is getting weaker and that there's less accumulating going on. So here we have a smile that corresponds with the smile on the volume plot. On balance volume has made a new high. Huge volume coming in here, and the price is about to make a new high, which it does. And that brings us to where we are today. I purchased this stock actually on the breakout right here. I was watching it. I didn't catch it down here. But remember, we talked about stocks have a tendency to make 3 to 5 pushes up. So here's what we're talking about. Here's 1. Here's 2. Each one of these consolidation periods is an area where you could risk putting in a trade because it gives you a clearly defined entry point, which is a break above that peak. Plus, you can clearly see where your stop loss would go right below this little trough. You have strong on-balance volume, and you're coming out of a long base. So I traded this one even though it was a little extended, and it fell into this other consolidation period and has since run up to 14. I got in at 932.